have some crazy culture groups here. I've talked to a group of Canadians, we've talked to a group of Serbians, we've talked to a group of New Zealanders. You guys are the hometown kids, okay? So these are people who have traveled across the world to play. You guys are people who kind of get to play in your backyard. What is that like for you to be able to play at a Division I school, a competitive water polo team, so close to home?
Well, for me, I grew up in Stockton. I was born and raised here, so I feel like having everyone's supportive community from Stockton coming out and showing love to our program is just amazing. It's a great feeling to have, especially from my old high school, even from elementary school. I still have people cheering us on and supporting the program, so that's awesome.
For me, it's awesome because I like being here because my parents can come to every game, and then, man, I'm going nowhere with this. Liam, go ahead.
I think playing in your backyard, you're part of a community that you grew up with. There's a lot of alumni for Pacific, specifically for water polo, especially between Stockton and Sacramento. So it's kind of just becoming a part of that family and realizing where a lot of those people came from that makes it that much more enjoyable.
Good answer.
For me, I like playing here because even though it's not really my hometown, my parents can come to every game, and my mom went to UOP, so there's kind of a small connection there, which is cool, but yeah.
What do you guys think, maybe you don't even realize, but I'm sure you play a big role in welcoming those people who are traveling from all over.
Oh, yeah.
As those people who grew up here or close to here or have parents who went here. You guys have a lot of knowledge, you're able to welcome them. How do you do that? How do you take people who are coming from Serbia to Pacific and welcome them into your hometown?
Well, everyone on our team is treated equally. Everyone's supposed to be each other's family. That's why we really support each other, and showing them the ropes around here, certain food area, and also the facilities that we have at UOP. I mean, you just gotta make them feel welcome, and that's how we gotta feel about everyone that's on our team as well.
Yeah, honestly, just to take them under your wing, and even like he said, if it's as simple as taking them to In-N-Out, because a lot of these international guys have never had places like In-N-Out,
right.
they love it, and it kind of just makes them feel a little more at home, I think.
Yeah, the acclimation process definitely begins with the people. You can show them everywhere that's good, everywhere that's fun to go, but it all comes down to your relationships with your teammates and those at school. So just being able to form those relationships from an early stage when they get here is, I think, the biggest thing.
And it's always gonna grow. After water polo's done, we're still gonna keep in contact and whatnot too. So just having that friendship is always awesome to have as well.
What do you guys think it's like, and you guys didn't travel to the other side of the world to go play, but you are getting so many different cultures because of the program here at UOP and having all of those different people. So what is it like playing with all those different cultures and living with them, being on campus with them?
It's a totally different experience that you have when we were in high school, especially. The competition's way, way, way faster, way better, way more competitive than we ever experienced, and they always bring that type of energy into practice as well, which makes us better players as well, is my opinion.
Yeah, it's definitely been a big change in high school. Just people I literally went to school from kindergarten to when I graduated high school, and now I've played with Australians, New Zealanders, Serbians, Turkish. There's so many different cultures that have come here, and to see how they play water polo and how important it is to them. It kind of just shows how big the sport is kind of worldwide.
Yeah. It's a very special experience to get to experience firsthand all those cultures and all the perspectives they bring, and just hearing what they think about, specific problems or topics in the U.S. They bring a whole fresh, new perspective that's very refreshing and you otherwise wouldn't get at another school.
So, how do you guys, and this is, where are we at? Senior?
Fifth year.
Fifth year?
Senior.
Senior.
That's what I thought, okay. So how do you guys, not only as the hometown kids, but as the seniors on the team, kind of help lead the team?
It's a totally different experience now, being the veterans on our team. Coming into the program at my freshman year, I was just wanting to experience how other people are playing. we had such a good team my freshman year, and I learned a lot from those leaders on our team, and I just tried to strive to be just as good as them, maybe even try to be a little better, but I mean, that's a stretch, but I feel like those guys really helped me to teach, or not teach, but guide the other incoming students, I should say.
I mean, for me, I thought it was really weird because my freshman year was normal, and then sophomore year in the spring, COVID hit, and then we had a year off, and then we came back, and it's like all of a sudden I was an upperclassman. And so the last 2 years, it's kind of like trying to step up, show people what to do, whether it's like getting them around campus or it's helping them out with plays in the pool. Like, there's just a lot of different stuff you can do, but it just kind of came up so fast, especially with everything that's happened.
I think the best thing you can do as an upperclassman is to just lead by example, be a role model, both inside and outside of the pool. There's more to the specific experience than just water polo. So if you can be a role model that's in the classroom, just how you conduct yourself, it'll go a long way, and it'll pay itself forward.
What do you guys think, as those upperclassmen, as those seniors, makes this group special?
I think that this group kind of has something that a lot of other groups don't, and that's that I think this is like the closest we've been as a team. Like in 2019, like we had a very, very good team, but there were still some like culture issues within the team, like some people didn't get along and stuff. But like looking at the team this year, I think everybody likes everybody. We all have fun together, whether it's in practice, whether it's out of practice. Like, I think that's something that we haven't had in my time here, at least not this strong.
Yeah, I feel like our team, the selflessness, there's no one on our team is selfish whatsoever. We want to play as a team, we want to compete as a team, we want to win as a team, and everybody on our team wants to have that same exact mentality. And that's what I think really separates us from that 2019 team, maybe even last year's team. We started off a little bumpy last year, and then it took some time to get used to everyone, and then we just haven't looked back, you know. I feel like that's what makes our team right now so good.
I think, just to answer your question based on what makes our class special as seniors, we were freshmen when we got second in 2019, and no other people here were there for that. So we know what it's like. The people who played back then, they know the process, they know what it's like to be in those big games. So I think we bring a level of experience and grit that a lot of other classes don't have.
Being around for that second place, being that close, and being local guys, and I know you have also Pat Donlin. What would it mean for you guys if your senior years you were able to bring a national championship to your hometown?
That was always the ultimate goal coming into here, I would say. I think everyone wanted to bring UOP's first national championship. Even if you're from your home, from being from here, I mean, that would just be surreal, just because I could play in front of everyone that I've always wanted to be around in my life, you know. Just the ultimate, that's always been the ultimate goal, though, I would just say.
I mean, same answer for me. Like, that's why I came here. That's why I chose this program, because I knew that if I wanted to win a national championship, this would be one of the best places to do it at. And I remember being, like, even warming up for that game in 2019, and like he said, surreal. Like, I couldn't believe it was happening, like, at UOP, like, all I've done to get there. So to be able to do it this year, my last year, my senior year, that'd be insane.
Yeah, there's not a single person on this team that doesn't want to win at all. It's very much a team effort, but to do it at a smaller school, a school that historically has never won, it would mean the world, and I think everyone here is ready and wants to make history this year.
Hell yeah.
Is there anything you guys about, you know, you guys being those like local guys that we talked about, and your journeys, or anything about the team, the program that we haven't touched on that you want to add?
I think everything that has covered it, really. I mean, it's just a great opportunity to be here. I mean, that's all I can really say.
I think that people kind of underestimate us a lot. They kind of look at us as, oh, they'll beat like some Pac-12 teams every now and then, but other than that, they're not that good. But I think this year especially, we're going to surprise some people. Like, last season did not end the way we wanted it to, and I think like that's still in their minds. But going into this season, I think people are going to underestimate us, and we're going to turn some heads.
Yeah, I mean, we're always a little guy going in, but I think a lot of those bigger teams don't really realize how big we can be and how good our team has gotten and the new talent we brought in. So I think a lot of people are going to underestimate us.